And this is a story about the Alter Rebbe. And the Alter Rebbe, first Rebbe of Chabad, once he sent one of his Chassidim. It says in the story who the Chassid was, Zalman Zezmer or something. I don't remember. Anyway, he sent this Chassid, and he gave him a certain amount of money. And he said, I want you to go to such and such a place, but don't go into a house that doesn't have a window on the east side, whatever, north side. Don't go in. The only house that has a window on the east side or on the left side, whatever. So that's not hard. So he got on his carriage and he's driving. He's got this money to go, and it's like, whatever it is, a 5-hour drive. And suddenly there breaks out a storm. A storm. The skies get black, and it's really starts getting cold. And it starts raining and pouring. And so he looks over to the side of the road, and he almost can't see. It's like a blizzard. And he sees that there's a house over there. So he pulls over to the house, pulls his horses over, links them up. He goes up to the door, and there's a mezuzah on the door. A mezuzah on the door. And he he knocks on the door. Police gonna come. An old woman answers the door, unlocks it, says, "Oh, come in from the rays. Of course, come in. You must be cold." He's in the house, and he's drying off. Goes next to the oven. She makes him a cup of tea or something like that. He says, "Here, you can be here until the storm ends." He says, "Thank you very much." And he's sitting there, and he's it's shivering, and she brings him a blanket. And she says, "Drink your tea, and I'll go about my business." And he drinks the tea, and he thinks to himself, "1 second, I'm alone with a woman in a house. This is sort of like yichud, yichud. I'll go and I'll open the door." Suddenly he notices that there's no window on the east side there's no window. So he goes to the door to open the door, and the door is locked. So he says, "Can I go out for a minute? Just I want to go to my horse to see if it's okay." She says, "No, there's a blizzard outside. You can't go out now." He says, "Well, just open the door. I just want to go out for fresh air." Says, "Oh," she says, "the door is locked. There must be something wrong with the lock. I don't know what it is. But my husband's going to come home in another 5 minutes, 10 minutes. So, you're probably worried about yichud, about, being alone. Man is not supposed to be alone, a Jewish man alone with a woman in the house." So he says, "Oh, don't worry. My husband's going to be coming home any moment, and everything's going to be okay. Don't worry about it." So he's really apprehensive. All of a sudden, he hears the door open. Comes in the 3 young men, strong, healthy young men. She says, "Oh, it's my sons. Where is father? Where's daddy?" Says, "Oh, he'll be coming. He's going to be coming soon." Says, "What do you got over here?" So he said, "Oh, she says, "We've got a guest." Says, "Oh, a guest. Wonderful." They grab a hold of him, and they tie him to a chair, and they frisk him, take the money from him. And they take out a big hatchet, and they say, "Hey, let's take him out and kill him." And it's wonderful because there's a blizzard outside, and the water will wash everything away. And one of them says, meanwhile, this fellow is crying. I fell into a pack of robbers, And one of them says, "Hey, we can't just kill him. We have to leave it for Daddy. Daddy's going to come. We have to give honor to your parents. It's one of the 10 commandments. We have to. Father's going to come. We'll give him the honor. We'll give him the honor to do it." And so, sure enough, 5 minutes, 10 minutes later, their father comes in. "Ooh, what do you have over here?" Says, "Look at this. We got a nice big fish. Look what he had in his pocket. Look at this money. Huh? Look how much there is here. Whoa, this is really great. Okay, let's kill him. We're waiting for you, Dad, to kill him. What should we do? Who should kill him? Who should kill him?" So the father says to the man, "Where'd you get this money from?" He said, "Listen, I'm a Chassid of the Alter Rebbe, the Rebbe of Chabad. And I'm taking this money to somebody. I didn't do any bad to you. People, let me go. Give me money back. You should know that the Lubavitcher, that wasn't Lubavitch. The Chabad Rebbe is a very holy person, and you're not going to get away with this." So he says, "Oh, the Chabad Rebbe," the father says, what do I care about the Chabad Rebbe? I don't care about him. Says to the sons, listen, we got to make a party. We're not just going to kill him. Such a big gift fell into our hands from God. We have to give thanks to God. Bring out the vodka. Brings out the vodka and he starts drinking with his sons. And each one drinks like a bottle and they're totally inebriated, falling on the ground drunk. All the sons, all of a sudden the father opens up his eyes. He's as drunk as all of them. And this man, meanwhile, he's trying, there's no way he can get out of these. They tied him up really, very well. He can't move. And the door is locked. And the mother, she left or whatever it is. She's not there. And, it's already calmed down outside. Anyway, or the mother was drinking also. In any case, the father, all of a sudden, he opens up his eyes, opens up one eye, gets up quietly, undoes all of the knots, the ropes, gives this fellow his money back, says, give this to the Rebbe and ask him to pray for me. Give him the money, ask him to pray for me. He said, this is my name, you should pray for me. Immediately, this Chassid went outside. The father locked the door from threw away the key. I don't know. He got on his carriage. He drove away as fast as he could, came back to the Rebbe and told the Rebbe what happened. And the Rebbe said, oh, one second, give me a second. Give me a second, 1 minute. Yeah, that's right. They all got drunk. The father woke up in the morning. That's what it was. After they drunk all night and they went to sleep. In the morning, when the father saw they were all asleep, so he woke up his eyes and he let the fellow go. Early in the morning, let him go. And he went back to the Rebbe. he came into the Rebbe, he said, Rebbe, you won't know what happened. The Rebbe said, I know what happened. I didn't sleep all night because of you. I told you not to go into a house that has he said, yes, you're right. Okay. End of the story, sort of. This Chassid, at that time, he wasn't married. He was a bacher. He grew up, he had children, and he became one of the big helpers of the Rebbe. The helpers of the Rebbe, the Rebbe secretaries. One day, this is like 4 or 5 years after this whole story happened. Like I said, the fellow had already gotten married. Knock on the door. He opens the door. There's a person standing in the door. And he's, how do you say, a poor person with torn clothes, dirty, long hair, completely. And he said, I want charity. So the man looks at him and says, oh, do I remember you? And he said, yeah, I was the man who let you loose. I was the father that let you loose years ago. One second. Give me a thought. 1 second. Little by little, I'm remembering the story. When the fellow let him go, he gave him back the money, like the father. All of his sons are laying there drunk. He gave him back the money and he gave him a gold coin. And he said, I want to give this to charity. Give this to the Rebbe, ask him to pray for me. That's what it was. The Chassid came back to the Rebbe. I'm going backwards a little bit. He came back to the Rebbe, gave him the money, told him what happened, and the Rebbe said, yes, I prayed all night for you. And he took the golden coin and he stuck it in a crack that was in the wall because it was wood. Stuck it in a crack that was in the wall. Stuck it in the crack. Okay. Meanwhile, what was happening back in the home? This is, I'm sorry, I left this little part off, isn't it? The police raided the place. The police raided this. Before that, the sons beat the father up. That's what happened. The sons, when they realized that the father, I'm sorry, I'm wrecking the story up. When the sons realized what the father had done, that he let this man go and he gave him the money, they beat him up. They beat him up to the point almost of death. And the father ran away from home. They couldn't kill him. It was their father. So their father ran away. A couple of hours later, the police, who had heard about these robbers, they attacked the house and arrested everybody. the mother, the three children, but the father had already left. They beat him up and he left. Oh, and now he was wandering around. That's the story. Oh. Okay, knocked on the door. He came to the Rebbe's house, and the young man opened the door. This is like 5 years later. He said, "Do you remember me? I'm the one that let you go. I'm the father." He said, "My sons are all sitting in jail. So then I'm just wandering around. I haven't got a home. I haven't got a place. I'm just begging. Can you give me something?" So he went to the Rebbe, the young man went to the Rebbe. He said, "You know who's at the door is the man who let me go 5 years ago that asked me to request that you pray for him." And the Rebbe said, "I did pray for him. That's why he's still alive." And he took the silver coin, the golden coin, out from the wall where he put it, and he said, "Give this to him. Give this is the charity I'm giving to him." So it all came back to this person. It started by the Rebbe warning the young man. The man did not heed his warning, and because of that, this whole thing came around. That this man did do tshuva, came out there, so good did come out of it, right? He did repent, and the young man, his sons got caught. His sons and his wife got caught, but also came out a good story. Next time I'll have to have the story more organized than this time. Maybe I'll even tell the story again. Have a good day with Mashiach now.